Meeting the critical needs of 1.5 million Gazans is the job of many international aid agencies. For the latest on their humanitarian mission, we turn to Bernard Barrett of the International Committee of the Red Cross. He joins us from Washington. Mr. Barrett, thank you very much for being with us. As we reported earlier, the Israeli military stopped its strikes for a few hours today to allow humanitarian aid into Gaza, and it says it will continue to allow some aid through in the coming days. So can you tell us anything about what got through today, and is it enough to meet the humanitarian needs?
We were able to get in 3 truckloads, or at least we planned to get it in 3 truckloads of medical supplies and equipment today. I have yet to hear whether or not we were successful. The point with this 3-hour break is it's a positive development, but at the same time, there are ongoing needs, and particularly outside of this period, it's very important for ambulances, emergency workers to be able to get around, and this is where we are coordinating with military authorities to allow them to respond to emergencies, to go get people who have been injured, and that's something that still has to be improved upon. Sometimes we've been successful, and other times we've had to turn around and go back.
Your organization and others have characterized the situation in Gaza as a full-blown humanitarian crisis. So can you describe to us what it looks like on the ground there from what you hear?
Well, people are in obvious panic. They don't know where to go, what to do. There's problems with food, there's problems with electricity, there's problems with water. There's also problems even with sewage. There's a risk of this backing up, a contaminating water system. And people are stuck in their homes or trying to flee to areas where they might find some safety, but they don't know where to go. They're in total panic.
And how are the hospitals coping with the growing number of casualties and injuries, and what are their biggest medical needs right now?
Well, first of all, just to give you an example, at the Shifa Hospital, which is the largest, they have 6 operating theaters. They've brought in, we've supplied a surgical team for them, but at the same time now they have 2 beds in every operating theater, and this is on the basis they're working. There's difficulty for people to come in for new shifts, particularly from other parts of Gaza, so the staff who are in the hospitals are really overstretched.
And how has this ground war, the full-scale urban warfare, affected your ability to even operate in Gaza?
It's obviously very difficult for us to get around. Our main concern, though, is not just for us, but it's also for the Palestinian Red Crescent ambulances to get around, for the people who repair electrical systems, water systems to be able to get around as well. We're trying to coordinate with the authorities to ensure that they can safely reach these points. Sometimes we've been successful, and other times it may take hours to get the kind of coordination we need.
Bernard Barrett of the International Committee of the Red Cross, thank you, sir, for speaking with us today.
My pleasure.